So what if you had an AI assistant, a personal teleprompter, and your newsfeed all just floating right above your line of sight? Ready when you need it, gone when you don't. Well, that's pretty much the promise of the Even Realities G1 smart glasses. And today, we're not going to just read a spec sheet. We're diving into a real-world test to see what it's actually like to live with this kind of tech day to day. And we're jumping right into the middle of the action. To figure this out, we're not in some sterile lab. We're following a real user, Jeremy Ellis, who's putting these augmented reality glasses through their paces during his normal life. And it all starts on a jog. And this really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? Let's forget all the marketing hype for a second. What does it actually feel like to have this level of tech integrated so seamlessly into your world? Is it useful? Is it distracting? Well, let's find out. Okay, so let's start right where our user did, on a run. How do these smart glasses actually hold up when you're moving around? And maybe more importantly, do they help you out, or do they just get in the way of, the world around you? This is the first, and honestly, probably the most important design choice you gotta understand. The display isn't constantly in your face. It's deliberately put just above your normal view, so you have to kind of glance up to see it. And this is a huge deal for safety. It means you're not distracted from what's right in front of you, whether that's a car, a pothole, or, well, as we're about to see, a deer. Yeah, and this just perfectly illustrates the point, right? While he's out on his run, our user is still completely present, he's aware of his surroundings, and he can notice and react to an animal on the path. The tech is there to help, not to block out reality. All right, so we know the display is safely out of the way, but what can you actually see on it? Let's get into how these glasses augment your world with useful information. With just a simple swipe on the side of the frames, you can cycle through this little personal dashboard of information you can see at a glance. The user really liked the news feature, which just automatically refreshes with new headlines. It keeps you in the loop without you ever having to lift a finger. But it's not just passive info. You get active help too, like navigation. I mean, instead of dangerously looking down at your phone in the car, the directions are right there in your fields of view. Our user calls this a total game changer, making driving and navigating so much safer and just more intuitive. But, glanceable info is really just the beginning. The real power, the thing that makes this feel futuristic, is when you start interacting with the glasses using just your voice. This is where that hands-free AI assistant comes in for taking notes and searching for stuff on the fly. Just think about how you normally do this. You're out for a walk, you have a great idea, you have to stop, fish your phone out of your pocket, unlock it, find the right app. The whole point of the G1 is to get rid of all that hassle. You just tap the frame, you speak, and you keep going. You stay completely in the moment. And the process itself could not be simpler. The user gives this perfect example while he's running. He just taps the side, the screen says recording, and he says, make a note that I need to buy some cereal. He lets go, and boom, the note is saved to his phone. It's just that seamless. And it's not just for notes. In this clip, he asks a totally random trivia question in the middle of his run. The answer pops up, and then you can hear him have this little aha moment. He realizes the results actually scroll, so he can see the whole list right there in the glasses. It's basically a search engine that you don't have to use your hands for. Okay, now we've got to talk about what our user says is one of the most impressive and honestly game-changing features. A teleprompter that doesn't just show you text, it actually listens to you. So, this is not your typical teleprompter that just scrolls at whatever speed you set it to. No, the Even AI teleprompter uses voice recognition. It listens to you speaking, and as you say the words on the screen, it moves the script forward automatically. It lets you have a much more natural human pace. So to put this to the test, he loads up Hamlet's big soliloquy. And as he's reading the lines, you can just imagine the text scrolling perfectly in time with his voice, right there in his vision. But here's where the AI really shows how smart it is. He purposely goes off script to talk to this imaginary kid in the audience. Now, a normal teleprompter would just keep on scrolling and he'd be totally lost. But this one, it just waits. It's listening. And the second he comes back to the script with a sea of troubles, the AI knows exactly where he is and picks up scrolling from that precise spot. He says this is just incredibly impressive, the ability to go on a tangent and have your script just waiting for you, perfectly in place. Now, since our user is a teacher, his mind naturally starts thinking about how this could be used beyond just personal stuff, especially in education. He starts imagining a classroom where students can take notes or look up facts with a quick voice command, all without pulling out a super distracting phone. the teleprompter becomes this amazing tool for practicing presentations. And maybe most importantly, these glasses are focused. There's no social media, no games, just the tools you need for learning. This quote just nails that feeling of empowerment, right? For anybody who gets nervous about public speaking or has trouble remembering their lines, a tool like this could be a total game changer. It could give them the confidence to just get up there and share their ideas. So after putting the G1 glasses through a real-world workout, running with them, talking to them, even reciting Shakespeare, what's the final takeaway? First off, and this is super important for context, the user makes it really clear that this is a completely unbiased take. He's not some paid influencer. He's just a guy who likes cool tech and bought the product with his own money because he was curious. So here's how it all shakes out. On the pro side, they're lightweight, the AI features are seriously powerful, and that teleprompter is a standout. He also makes a really key point. With no camera, they're not creepy. Now, on the con side, the teleprompter can occasionally lose its place. Sometimes he wishes the screen was in a slightly different spot, and you do still need your phone for the initial setup. And all this leaves us with a pretty big question. In a world that's getting more and more worried about privacy, is this kind of non-camera, audio-first approach the right way forward for smart glasses? By focusing on subtle, genuinely useful help rather than constant recording, the Even Realities G1 offers a really different vision for the future of wearables. Maybe one that's less about capturing the world and more about navigating it, completely hands-free.